I spend a lot of time on this channel talking about withdrawal symptoms. I know for me personally, when I was trying to quit, whether it be nicotine products, THC products, or watching adult media content, one of the reasons why I struggled so much to quit was the withdrawals. When I would quit in the past, I tried to quit 1,000 times and I failed many, many times because in the first 3 days, I would usually get pretty nasty withdrawal symptoms, insomnia, sweating, headache, all those typical things that happen when you quit an addiction. And I was making one key mistake, and we've talked about this mistake before a lot. I would say this sucks. And I would have a really, really negative mindset when I was trying to quit. I'd be really angry, really upset, really frustrated. And one of the things that I did to change my mindset was I started to celebrate the withdrawal symptoms. And I would say, okay, I'm having nicotine withdrawal. And what that means is that the nicotine receptors in my brain, they're dying. I'm starving those nicotine receptors. And I tricked myself, which this was true, it wasn't really a trick, into believing that I was overcoming and beating the addiction. I viewed it as, okay, these nicotine receptors in my brain are dying and now I'm sweating and I have a headache and I have insomnia. And this is addiction's way of trying to pull me back in. And I would say, Frank, you're winning. You're beating this thing. And all of these withdrawal symptoms are sure tell signs and symptoms of winning. And I wanted to add to that thought process in today's video. Let's take a major sports team as an example. Any really, really good football team that's been to the Super Bowl numerous times. Winning is hard. And when we're stuck in active addiction, we're constantly losing. Losing's hard too. Losing sucks, right? But when we're winning, it's not that easy. Winning in life, whether it's winning on YouTube, winning in your business, winning in your relationship, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of determination. And winning is hard. So for those of you guys who are really struggling with nicotine withdrawal or THC withdrawal or any withdrawal symptoms from any addiction, what's actually happening is you're starting to win, and you haven't been used to winning before. If you've been stuck in active addiction like I was for a period of 9+ years, you become accustomed to losing. You start to understand what losing feels like. So here you are, you're entering withdrawal symptoms, you're changing your mindset to a stance of celebrating those withdrawal symptoms. This is the addiction leaving my body. But I also want you to realize you're winning. And this is what winning feels like. Now, I promise it gets easier. Once you get through the hardships, once you get through the first 72 hours, the first week, the first 2 weeks, I promise it starts to get easier because you become accustomed to winning. And I think this is a mindset that you can apply to multiple areas of your life. For those of you who have been on my channel for a while and watched my videos, I've stated in several ways that my life has significantly improved since I quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content. But my journey wasn't all roses. It wasn't all sunshine. And I really want to emphasize that because it wasn't, and I don't want someone to think it is because that would be misleading. But after I got through that, after I started to develop a winning mentality, I beat my addiction. I won. I conquered it. I was able to start to apply that to other aspects of my life. And when I would start to face a challenge, whether it be in a relationship, a faith-based challenge, a business-based challenge, I would say, okay, here's those struggles. Here's those hard times, just like I faced when I was trying to quit an addiction. And I know if I keep working at this, I know if I persist, I know if I endure through this, I'm going to win. I'm going to come out on top. And I would say, you know what, Frank? You've been here before. You've been here before. You've been in a situation in your life, that situation being active addiction, where you were losing, where you were constantly losing. And I'm not saying that that was easy, but it was routine. It was something that I was used to doing. It didn't really require much of me. Winning and quitting and getting sober, it requires work, it requires practice, and it requires dedication. And these are attributes that I now apply to my day-to-day life. And I think the attitude of winning, the attitude of success, is one of the things that you can get. It's a mentality you can develop when you're quitting using nicotine products, THC products, adult media content. It doesn't really matter what the addiction is. I want to end this by saying celebrate your withdrawal symptoms and get used to winning, because this just might be the thing, getting sober and starting your recovery process, that starts that winning cycle for you in your life. I hope this video helps you out. Why don't you follow me into the next video where I talk a little bit more detail about what you can expect over the first 3 days of nicotine withdrawal symptoms. I'll see you guys there.